Well, hello, good morning, Happy New Year. Welcome. I am Holly, and this is my channel called Hobbies of Holly, where I like to talk about my hobbies, mostly about cross stitch, knitting, quilting, and any other thing I find fun at the time to do. If you're new here, excuse the mess all around me. I'll explain. If you're coming back, thank you. I'm sorry I've been gone for a while, but thank you for being here. So if you're new here, I'm moving. I'm moving like in 10 days. And I said in my last Flosstube I wouldn't be back until we were all moved in. Here I am. It's taking a little bit longer for the house to be finished. We're buying a house that was being built. And he thought it would be finished by Christmas. And so I had these high hopes of getting right in, which is, life. It's now going to be like the 21st before we close. We're going to move on the 23rd. I'm packing, I'm purging, and I should be packing right this minute. But like the child I sometimes am, I'd rather do something more fun. So can we talk about crafting for a minute to just distract the overwhelm? Would that be okay? I'm sorry, I have an itch. How are you? Did you have a good Christmas? How's your New Year going? Oh, the news of the fires in California is just devastating. And I'm so sorry if you are in California or have loved ones there. It's just a lot. And I'm sorry. We're praying for you. Our Christmas was a good one. It was quiet Christmas Day and Christmas Eve because two of my son-in-laws are pastors. They have a lot of responsibilities Christmas Eve. And so my kids come when it works best for them. So I think they came the 27th and we all got to be together. For the most part, everybody was healthy. And so we could have our grandson Graham with us. It was just perfect. It was just perfect. We hadn't done a lot of actual packing yet because I wanted the last Christmas in this house to not look like this and be a mess and empty and kind of depressing. So I purged and I've purged and I've purged. I've given so much away. Can I just tell you that a Facebook Buy Nothing group is the best thing ever invented? You just take a picture and post it and somebody comes right to your doorstep and picks up something that they would like that you no longer need. We've given away porches full of stuff and it's been great. But this is what I hope is our last move. I mean, we've decided we are old enough that I don't want to do this again. And I don't think it would be any fun to do it any older than we currently are. Our backs and our knees are creaky and not very happy, but we're excited. It's going to be a fun, fresh start. And I probably told you this last time, but two of our grandbabies, Graham and Ruby, live literally in the backyard. It's a little bit catty-cornered, but we can yell from our decks to their decks and talk to each other. And I have hopes that it'll be just great. So we're excited. The two things we're giving up, well, space, we're downsizing, which is zero fun, but necessary, and we're glad we're doing it. But we have a kind of a wooded lot right now, so we're giving up privacy because we don't have a single tree at the new house, which I'm a little bit sad about, but the view is grandbabies, so that's as good as trees, right? And my bathtub. Our new bathroom only has a shower. It's a nice shower, but I'm a bath girl, so it's fine. I'm just gonna go to the guest bath and take a bath at night. It'll be great. It's gonna be worth it, and we're excited. So, I wanna talk about stitching and crafting and stuff. I have just a few things to show you. Since we last talked, I'm sorry my hair's in my eyes and I'm annoying with it. Since we last talked, I did a model stitch for Shelly, the antique needleworker. And that's pretty much what I worked on exclusively the end of November through all of December. And I'm excited about it. And I know she'll show you soon, but it's going to be a Nashville needlework piece. So stay tuned for that. She's really pretty. I can't, just, lips are sealed. Sip it up, Polly. But before that, I got the front part of the Stacy Nash Jingle Ball piece finished, this gingerbread house. Did you go to the Jingle Ball? It's so fun. If you didn't, you must go to the ball. I feel like I didn't get to enjoy it quite as much this year because it's a little nutty around here, but this, oh, it's one of my favorite things of the Jingle Ball. This is what the back looks like. And I've heard this is an exclusive that you could only get at the ball. Sometimes exclusives they'll have again next year at the ball, but I don't know if that's true or if I'm just hoping that'll be the case for everybody who didn't get this. But I got the front stitched before I started on Shelly's model stitch. Isn't she a beaut, as my friend Teresa likes to say? I love it so much. I did not buy the kit because I have so much linen and so much floss that I just wanted to pull from stash. So this is an R&R American Chestnut, and it's 36 count. And I think I pretty much had all the called for floss. I believe I changed the white because mine wasn't showing up or something, but I love it. I think I mentioned this last time, and maybe I even showed it to you last time, and if I did, I'm sorry. Hear me say it again. I'm not sure, I didn't stitch the back, and I wasn't going to stitch the back, I was just gonna finish it. And I left it out, I didn't pack it. I thought, oh, I'll finish it. And then I realized all my finishing supplies are packed. So maybe that means I'm supposed to stitch the back. We'll see. But did you see Katie Strachan's? Oh, it was beautiful. And she had beads in these places. And she's just finishing hers as kind of a stand-up. So maybe I'm glad I haven't finished it yet because I'll see what everybody else is doing. So I finished that. Also, I got 2 framed pieces back. I sent 2 pieces to Paige the Framer. Can't think of what her actual store is called, but I think you can find her on Instagram, and I know you can find her on YouTube. Paige, P-A-I-G-E, the Framer. I sent her, oh, I'm sorry about any glare. It's a snowy, kind of bright day here. And To All a Good Night by Blackbird that I stitched last year. And look at this frame. And I will tell you, I mailed my piece to her, and then she mailed my finished framed pieces back. You have never in your life seen something so well packed. My friend Sue, Knit24 from Legacy Fiber Arts and Treehouse Fiber Arts, Floss Toss, that's what they're called. Rachel is Treehouse Fiber Arts. She told me, you're not gonna believe how well Paige packs this. True, it's so true. My camera is precariously propped right now, so if I come crashing down, that's what happened. And then I also had her do this, which is called Holly Manor by Blackbird Designs. And my friend Holly Jones and I stitched this together with a little stitch along. Funny, I sent a picture to my stitchy friends, and I can't remember if it was Missy or Teresa, but one of them said, did you mean to stitch 2004? Sure did not, but that's so me. That's probably what the pattern says, and I just stitched it. I meant to stitch 2024. So I'll note it on the back. I'll even look at how nice her backs are. And there's probably her information. So take a shot of that if you'd like to use Paige. I highly recommend her. I packed all of my craft supplies. And you see that usually has fabric on it and it's empty. I could not believe the sheer volume of stuff. And as we packed boxes, maybe I'll show it to you when I'm finished so that I don't knock this over. But my husband said, Holly, are you gonna be able to get that into your little space? And I said, I don't think so. Because in this house, I've taken over the family area of our finished basement as my crafty space. And at the new house, I can't, well, I mean, I could do that, but I'm not planning to do that. How's that? I have what's probably the size of a bedroom, a little oddly shaped, that I'm going to take. And then I'm going to give you a little tour of the before, because it's not an after yet, of our new house and my crafty space. But I've also figured out a closet that's kind of a deep, long closet I can take. I hope it all fits. I hope it all fits. But I left out a couple of whips because I thought I'm going to want to stitch at night and have a couple projects to work on. And I'm going to the attic to Sampler Symposium a week from now. And I wanted something to be able to take and stitch. So do you want to see what I left out and what I've been working on? I hope so, because I'm gonna show you. I really enjoy Mojo Stitches. And this, I believe, is called the Humble Sampler. And I know others have stitched it. And I think it's beautiful. Look at those colors. And so I have a start on this. And I have a lot of fill-in I can do, which will be great for a retreat here. And I think I can move on to probably some other things I can safely do at the retreat, like filling in these leaves in the border. So that is one of my whips that I have left out to stitch on until I get unpacked. I am the person who, when we move, granted it's been 20 years and I'm 20 years older, but I don't like to dilly-dally. I like to get our stuff unpacked and be all settled in. So I have high hopes of that. Life doesn't always allow for that, but that's what my hope is. Also, obviously, I kept a peacorn, oh my word, I cannot say it, a peacock, a unicorn, and a badger, which is just easier to call peacorn. I kept this out. This is by the Scarlet House. No, excuse my brain. It's so muddled. Scarlet Letter, not Scarlet House. Can you see it? Can you see it? It makes me so happy, which is so interesting because this is not my typical style, as I say every time I show it to you, and it's my husband's favorite thing I'm stitching. But I've made progress. I had not stitched from the time I finished Shelly's model stitch. There was probably a week I did not stitch. I was just like, I need a break. Oh, excuse that. Oh, I think that's a parked thread. And I just worked on knitting because that just seemed more mindless. But friends were getting together to Zoom New Year's Eve and they were stitching and I was like, okay, I've got to pull out some stitching. And so since New Year's, I've gotten the bottom of this leaf done and all of this, and I'm pretty pleased. Can you see it? The colors are just amazing. This is called Pub Craw, which Peacock, Unicorn, Badger, from Roxy Floss Co. is what this fabric is. And I believe this is 40 count and you can get it at Evertote. And I'm using the DMC. Just look at those colors. Which is so funny because I'm usually a muted girl, but not this time. So that is being stitched. And I also kept out Tyndale Sisters, Samplers 1840 by the Wishing Thorn. And I have started Rosanna, which is this one. And I'm using, I think I got this as a kit. I know I got this as a kit, possibly from a D-Stash group, but it's 32 count. Here's my piece. Always a needle. I'm so sorry. I know that's terrible, but that's what I do. And it's using flower thread. And flower thread, this is Jenny Thompson flower thread, and it's thicker than DMC, etc. So you only need one strand on 32 count, which I thought would be nice travel stitching and stress stitching, like a comfort stitch, because I won't need as much light and magnification. And so I've been working on that this week. And I actually have been out of town and I took this with me to work on there as well. So those are my stitchy updates for you. I also have some knitting updates. It's been so fun having Advent things, and I opened them all, I think, everything up before Christmas. Like we were purging, blah, 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 and I thought I'm opening all this. I don't have time to keep track of days. So this is the Woolens and Nosh Advent. Oops, there went my yarn. This is the bag that it comes in. And the way she sends it to you is there's just a little bit hanging out and you just cast on and go from there. I got the DK, which was kind of an accident. I meant to get fingering, so I dropped it. So I'm making my first set of DK socks. I'm making this for my daughter, who has an Instagram account called Pop of Color. And her Instagram is kind of DIY, decorating, etc., but she loves color. And so is this not the perfect sock for a person who loves color and has a pop of color Instagram account? I thought so. So I made it, and because I'm new to DK and I'm using the diamond heel in this one because it's self-striping and you can continue with the stripe. And I've linked before the person whose videos I watched in Germany. If you go back an episode, I think it's linked there, but it's a very fun heel to do. So I'm working on that, and this will also be good travel, and it's great comfort because it's DK, so it stitches up really quickly. I finished some socks, and I thought I brought them down with me, but I might not have. Oh, they're right here. I finished these socks, and I wore them yesterday, so they're not pretty on a blocker or anything. But this is yarn by Forbidden Fiber Co. because not only do they do floss, they do yarn. And this is one of their Gilmore Girl socks colors that I bought. And for the toe and cuff, this is Nomadic yarn, I believe, is who this is. But they're super comfy and cozy, and they're thick, and I like them a lot. And then I have cast on this sock. I love self-striping yarn. It's really up there for a favorite for me. So I'm working on this right now. And let me tell you whose yarn it is. It's Nomadic Yarns. And it's called Daydream, I believe. And the heel and toe I'm using because I decided to not do the diamond heel. I wanted to do Earth Tone Girls Shadow Wrap heel because I also really love that heel. This is one of my Advent socks from Legacy Fiber Arts. That was a very fun Advent, even if you open them all at once. I really didn't open them all at once. I think I opened a few, and then maybe the 15th of December, I thought, I'm just opening all of these because I can, and I did. I would show them to you, but they're buried back there. So this is another sock I'm working on. I think that covers all of my projects right now, except the obvious. The packing, the mess. I hate packing. And I don't like to use the word hate, but I really do. I love unpacking. When you're unpacking, you're in your new place and it's fresh and new, and you get to decide where your silverware drawer is going to be, and that's exciting to me. So I know it's wrong to want to just fast forward a couple of weeks, but I just want to get there. I feel like we're living in limbo right now, and that's okay. There are times in life that we spend waiting, and this is a good wait, so it's fine. I had told you last time that I had quite a few family members having surgery, so I thought I would update you on those. One had a second consult and didn't have surgery, and that's my son-in-law. He's still in a lot of pain, and they're still trying to figure it out, so if you would pray for him, that'd be great. The first surgery was my daughter Julia, who had, I guess it would be a partial ankle replacement, and that has been challenging. She did great, and she's doing very well. Because she was non-weight bearing for a good long time, and she has a 14-month-old and then a medically complex and disabled almost 4-year-old, it took a lot of help. And those are the ones we're moving close to. So we're there every day chasing Sweet Ruby and playing with Sweet Graham, but Julia is recovering well. My sister had surgery, and she is just tough as nails, and she's doing great. And then my second daughter had surgery New Year's Eve. And so we had extra grandkids. They just stayed with us after Christmas for a few days. And then her husband was off all week and took care of them and her. And then I went Sunday to Tuesday afternoon this week. But she's also recovering well. So thanks for your thoughts and prayers for all those people. And that was our last scheduled surgery. Don't tell anybody, because I don't want to mess that up. But we got through all of that. As far as Graham, he's doing really well right now. He got to enjoy Christmas with his family, which doesn't always happen. In fact, it didn't happen Thanksgiving. So it's always fun when all my grandkids get to be together. And I say all, the two oldest bonus grandkids were not with us, but the youngest bonus grandkid was. And so it was just fun to have Christmas jammies and take pictures and have Graham get to be involved in that too. But he's doing well right now, nice and stable. He has Monday through Friday during the day nursing care, and that helps a lot. That's taken a lot off of us as Julia's recovered from her surgery, etc. So that's all I want to tell you today. I am going to take you on a quick tour of my new craft space. I would love any ideas you might have on how I can set it up. You've seen a craft tour. If you haven't, if you go way back, there's an extra of a tour of my, I want to say current, but it's clearly not my current space because it's all emptied. But I'm gonna be creating a new space for myself at the new house. So I hope you'll watch that. I hope you're doing well. It's, one more thing. It's been a tough week in the social media world, not only the California fires, but if you follow me on Instagram, I had shared a story of a little boy named Christopher, who I've followed for a couple of years. And the disability community is kind of a tight-knit community. And he got the flu around Christmas and passed away. And it was pretty sudden. It was just very unexpected. And so his family and the community is rocked. And then there's another little boy named Peyton who is probably in his last days on earth. So it's been a little heavy. And it again, I know I always end with this, but it reminds me that every day we're given is a gift. And we're just going to enjoy people while we can and love on them well. So I hope you'll do that today too. Thanks for being here. This time for real. The next time I'm with you, I'll be in my new space. We'll see how unpacked and organized it is, but I will have been to the attic, so I'll tell you about that. I've never been and I'm so excited. So that's all I have for you today. Tell me about you in the comments. I've missed you and I want to hear how you're doing. And I love you guys. Bye. I have a rare moment all alone at the new house, and so I thought I would bring you in the front door. Actually, there's the porch. We have our snow. And this is our new house. So we have this little entry and the stairway to the basement. This wrought iron was made by a local man, which is kind of fun. And that's our kitchen. And our great room. So I thought I would just show you where we're gonna live. Come on down with me to my new basement where my crafting area will be. So when you come down these stairs, which that's the front door area, this room is going to be my crafting room. I don't know the dimensions off the top of my head, but our builder put some more lighting back there, and I'm going to put my sewing machines in the very back facing out. And then I still have a lot to decide. Obviously they're still doing final touch-ups, but we should be moving in about 2 weeks. But that big white craft cabinet I have from Ballard's possibly could go there. Let me see if I do this. That could help. But I also have a big IKEA calyx that fits on that wall, so that might go there. I think my cutting table will go in this spot. That's just a storage room. And then there was no closet in this room because it's just kind of a bonus finished room. And I asked if he would put an opening here and I could steal the closet from this bedroom, which is going to be our grandkids' bunk bedroom. And I just had these shelves put in so that I can store my stuff on it. But as I was packing all of my crafty goodness, I realized that I need a lot of storage. Again, there was no closet here, and I had asked, could you somehow make this a closet, this little bump out? And he couldn't, but he said he might be able to put a little closet here. And I was thinking, and he was thinking, it was just going to be like that depth. But when he knocked a hole in the wall, look what we gained. Okay, it's short, but that's okay. I'm 5'2". Look at this. I was hoping not to need this because wouldn't this make a great secret hideout for my grandkids? But sadly, Gigi needs it. So closet shelving people are coming Monday, and they're gonna put 3 shelves on this wall. And I think that's gonna hold all my quilting fabric and a lot of my supplies. So I won't have my full basement that I had before, but I'll have a good space. So that's my new space. And that's all my crafty stuff that's packed right now. So wish me luck. I think I can do it. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited. I'll see you in a few weeks. Thanks for watching. Bye.